Hey, it's Jenny, and today I'm going to be sharing some cards I made using the November Box of the Month kit from Not Too Shabby. I'm going to be using the Sparkling Wishes paper pad with the coordinating ephemera, as well as the sentiment stamp set called New Year. You can find the link to the Box of the Month in the description box below, which will take you to the Not Too Shabby shop. And you can also check out the hashtag N2S Holiday Sparkle for more design team inspiration, as well as a full unboxing of this month's kit. So for my cards today, I'm going to start by flipping through the paper pad and picking out a more subdued pattern so that I can stamp my sentiment directly onto the pattern paper. So I ended up going with the pink and white striped paper, and I'm going to add that to my Misty along with one of the sentiment stamps. And for this first card, I decided to go with the one that says 12 new chapters, 365 new chances. I'm just going to go ahead and add those to my Misty and then bring in some VersaFine Clear black ink to stamp that out. After I have my sentiment all stamped out, I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to flip through the paper pad again and pick out about 5 other pattern papers. So my plan is to do a bunch of layering, and as I was picking out the pattern papers, I was kind of thinking of alternating between a black pattern paper and then a lighter one. And so then once I have all my pattern papers picked out, I'm going to start trimming them down. I'm going to start with the black pattern paper as my base, so I'm just going to trim that down to A2 size. And then next I'm going to pick this lighter pattern paper and trim that down to 4 by 5 1/4 so that I get a 1/8 inch border all the way around. Next I'm going to create a 1.5 inch strip across the front of my card base, and I went back and forth between these two pattern papers and ended up going with the one with the fireworks. And then again a lighter pattern, and I'm cutting these to 2 inches by 4.5. I ended up cutting out an extra rectangle from this pattern paper as well, just so that I could play around and see how everything looked together. And then for the strip that I'm having go across the front of the card, I'm just adding a little flag tail to the end. Next, I'm going to trim out my sentiment and then start laying out all my pieces. So once I layered up all my pieces, I was totally shocked to find that it actually came together how I pictured it in my head, which never really happens. So then I just laid out all of the ephemera, and what do you know, the first one I picked, it just all came together super quick, and I love how it turned out. So once I realized I had a good system going, I just went ahead and did the same thing for card number 2. And just to add in something a little extra, I decided to bring in some pink ribbon to add to the front of this card. I decided to add it vertically across the front and then add a bow at the top. Then once I had everything laid out, I went ahead and started gluing everything down. And then, surprise, once I was gluing everything down, I even made a whole other card, as well as added gold sequins across the front of each of them. So for this first one, the only difference I made was I trimmed off a 1/4 inch from the edge using a scallop border die. I really enjoyed playing with this paper pad. It was a little challenging for me because the patterns are a little busier than what I usually am used to, but because they're all made to coordinate with each other, it just worked out so perfectly. And I love how each of these came out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!